It is official. He is cheating on you.
Oh my God, no!
Yeah. Oh.
What's the bitch look like?
What she look like? Oh. She ain't got nothing on you. I can't see her from the front, but from the back, she is all fucked up. She is knock-kneed and bow-legged simultaneously. She got no ass, negative ass. I can see him right now.
Right now? But I'm with him right now.
Oh. You with him?
Yeah, so.
Might I suggest some squats or something?
Go to hell.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to another episode of What She Said, episode 44, Fatal Attraction. And as always, I'm your girl, Sugar Brown.
And y'all know I'm Taco Ty.
And let's get into Fatal Attraction, Fatal Love, excuse me.
Yeah, look, all of that. Because we definitely ain't just talking about, well, you know what? And that's why we're going to bring that up too with the fatal. Because, sometimes you don't even know these people.
It could be people watching you.
Right. We're going to get into it, but let me go ahead and give them a definition in case the people don't understand and they don't know. I have two, kind of a sort of regular one, which I really like when I read this one. And this one is fatal attraction is a term to describe situation in which a person dislikes the attributes they once adored in their partner. It occurs when the specific behavior or feature that drew you in to another person is the same behavior or feature that causes the two of you to break up. In a romantic relationship, fatal attraction refers to an attraction to the very qualities in a person and ultimately lead to the relationship falling apart. The phrase is also listed in, never mind, neither here nor there. It's listed in Urban Dictionary. So then we have another definition where it refers to an intense attraction or obsession that can lead to an unhealthy or even dangerous relationships. It is often described as a moth to a flame, where what initially draws individuals together can later become a source of frustration or harm. This phenomenon can occur in both romantic and non-romantic contexts, where the attraction crosses the line into possessiveness or manipulation. Understanding fatal attraction is crucial for navigating relationships that may lead to toxic dynamics or emotional distress. Let's go, Sugar.
Yes, because that's the one that people can relate to.
All the time is more so that second definition, right?
Yes. And so with that, like you said, it don't necessarily have to be your romantic relationship. Now I'm somebody who watches Fatal Attraction all the time. And there are a lot of times where the person who ends up unalived has nothing to do with the person that killed them. It could be because they used to date this person, or they lived next door and smiled at this person, or because they seen that they're so obsessed with somebody who's dating that person or something like that. So yeah, it can be it definitely becomes an obsession.
Because it could be your long-term friend that never even told you that they loved you. It could be crazy. A coworker that been sitting there watching you for years. And see you get happy somewhere, and that pisses them off.
It's something about you that attracts them so much that they're obsessed with it to the point where they're just like, I have to do something about it. Now, for me, I never want to shine that much in nobody's life.
Right.
Never. Do not praise me. Do not glorify me. Right. Okay? I don't need it. I don't need a friend, a foe, a coworker, a lover, nobody to feel so much passion about me that they don't want me on earth no more.
Or not even just me, because sometimes they want to go after the other person that's making you feel good.
That's true.
Take away what I love. You know, you don't want me happy if I'm not going to be happy with you.
Right.
That shit crazy too.
It's crazy. Yeah, it'd be crazy. Or some shit be greed and selfishness or guilt or whatever, like a motherfucker killing somebody because they want to divorce you and you don't want to get a divorce, so you kill them. Right. And try to collect the insurance money, or you tired of them, you see
that's
somebody else.
Stuff too, because they do that.
You want to see somebody else, but you feel like I can't just go break up with you because I'll probably have to pay some money, so I gotta kill you.
Right. Yeah, you know that's what the boy do when the lady was pregnant, took her out, threw her in the water, just try to be with somebody else. Like, you don't have to do that to be with somebody else. Like, I don't know what makes you think you really have to go all the way there? You would actually take the life of your wife, your child, unborn child, like
over some money, over a few dollars,
or because you want to be with somebody else,
or because you want to be even that. Because like I seen one where it was kind of like that, but it was like because he didn't want to end up having to pay. Right. But it's like, okay, you don't want to be with her. Okay, let him go.
Yeah, because money will be the reason.
Or if somebody decides they want to leave the relationship, the other person's like, you can't leave. You're gonna die.
Right. That was one of the notes I had where you say, I can't live without you. Don't say that to me. Don't say that. I don't like that. That's a whole.
No, you could die without me.
More than what people think it means. Like, you got to listen to that. I can't live without you. No one should be saying that to no one.
No, that first of all, that's a lot of pressure to put on one person.
And you scare me.
Yeah, you scare me. Because yes, you can.
yeah. Please do. Please don't let me be the breath of the air that you need. Please.
No, I can't breathe. I can't. Just let me help you.
And I'm gonna feel uncomfortable when you do that.
Equipment.
Because when you start doing that, it's basically like you're gonna take yourself out. If I don't want to be with you, like, don't be that person. And I've been with a person like that where they tried to hit me with I'll take myself out. Like, if I can't be with you tight. What? Excuse me?
I have. And it's very draining. That's because toxic.
And you know you don't mean
it. Guilt on you too. And it makes you scared because it's like, well, what if you get so erratic one day?
Right. And really do it. Because you sit there to myself like, man, whatever, shut up. But then you also feel a little sad, like, because it kind of gets you like, well, they're probably capable. So now you got to feel sad for this person. That's how people stay in toxic relationships for a very long time, because they be literally scared that person was going to do something to them or they self.
Right. But if somebody threatens to do something to themselves, this is where I am at today. And it's not me not being empathetic or anything like this, but I'm going to be like, you're going to do what you're going to do.
I'm going to pray for you.
I'm not going to hold that guilt on me that you made a choice. Don't make it on my behalf. Don't put that on me.
I'll send the police to do a self-check and tell them what you said.
Right. I'll just go send somebody to get you. That's it. But what you're not gonna do
is I know you over here being crazy, and I heard what you said, so I don't want to feel bad, and I'm not about to do too much more for you, but I will report your ass.
Right. And that's my last attempt to help your ass.
Because I'm not about to sit up here and be stuck in a situation because you telling me this crazy stuff because you over here in your crazy place.
One, that shows how selfish you are as a person to put that on somebody, especially motherfuckers that do shit like, I'm gonna kill myself in front of you, or I'm gonna kill you, then kill me.
Right, and and the people that actually do it, take the whole family out, me, you, and the kids, because you didn't want what I wanted no more, and you was trying to break this up, and I told you, if you ain't gonna be with me, you ain't gonna be with nobody. I take us all out right here.
It be. Let's get on these females too, because they be doing some wild shit. Like, you'll go and kill a pregnant bitch, stab her in the stomach.
Cause they wild. It ain't just the men. And I think I need to do a statistic and see which one is more.
I think it'd be it'd be a lot of men. When I'm watching Fatal Attraction, if I'm looking at the episodes. But the women, their shit be really crazy, because I'm like, the logic doesn't work, ma'am. Like, okay, he say he no longer wants to be with you. She find out about you. She don't want to fuck with him, but he's saying he want to work on his marriage. So now you mad, and so you found out that he fucked her still, and now she's pregnant. Now you want to go and kill her over him. This nigga is the problem.
Right.
But you're gonna attack me. Or I'm doing good. I'm tired of the bullshit that you on as a man. I'm over here maturing and I'm trying to be on some right shit, and you keep trying to be at the bottom. And now I'm like, I'm gonna go do me and I'm gonna elevate. And you mad because I'm elevating without you. Now you want to take me out.
Right.
You fucking the pastor, and now y'all plotting on me to get the insurance money. So y'all hire the pastor's nephew from down south to come and kill his nigga.
Girl, and they really be plotting on that insurance money. That is probably one of the main things where people be getting shit out.
They be going after that. But the logic doesn't work. Because if you're convicted,
right.
Especially if it's a murder, you're not gonna get that insurance money until they have
after the investigation.
Until it's cleared.
They investigate.
And if it's cleared, that means your ass is going to jail. You ain't getting the money.
Mm-hmm.
You dumbass. Now there have been some people that at least gotten past that part, and then years later got caught.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people that got that money. You're right, and then got caught later.
Mm-hmm.
I watched one the other day with the ladies. They didn't have nothing to do with fatal attraction, so it's a whole nother story. But they was getting bombs, girl. And they would set them up in houses and do their thing. But, you had to wait 2 years after you get the insurance before you could take them out. Then they would take them out, girl. These old ladies girl, that's a whole nother thing. But they were setting it up. But back to so I got to tell you about that later. But that was way out. I was listening to some crime stories, and they was getting it in.
See, what's crazy is, like, these stories that we talking about now, these scenarios, these are usually situations where people are familiar with each other.
Yeah.
The scariest ones are the ones that you never know coming, never know existed, never know. Like, that's one of the reasons why, like, people think I'm like extra cautious or paranoid. I don't like going nowhere by myself. I'm like super private even with social media. Like, I really don't communicate. Like, I'm really like that because I feel like you don't know who's watching. Like, for instance, I always say, like, if you outside, you know what I'm saying? Like, act like the paparazzi is on you.
Right, because you got a stalker, man, regardless. You may not know you got a stalker, but you got a stalker.
You got somebody that is in the background watching. There have been plenty of times where people just pop out of the woodworks and tell me certain things, and I'm like, oh,
right. And it ain't just celebrities. People be celebrities worrying about celebrities having stalkers. It's not just celebrities.
It's not just celebrities. I don't feel like I'm like this big somebody, but there are people who are watching, and it's scary to not know what they watching, how they watching, how much they know.
What do they got on you? Because you don't even know how bad it is when it comes to fatal attraction. People could put some trackers on your car, be watching your every move, got your phone tags, can check your text messages,
know where you work, following you home.
Put it past these people. There's a lot of people that know how to do it. You don't even got to be hackers no more to know how to get in. To do a certain amount
and
of
it don't got to be a lover. It could be a bitch that just envy you. You never fucking know.
That too. Don't forget about that. Like, what was the movie My Girls, where they got old and they were spray painting themselves or whatever. They was having
Death Becomes Her.
Yeah, only because of beauty. I mean, it was some men things in there too, but they had an issue with themselves besides that.
Yeah, insecure.
Yeah, they was up there, man. She looking better than me. She looking better than me. And then,
these bitches was real they killed each other right on sight.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give a fuck. It still stuck together, but was still fighting. Right. Like, that's fatal too.
They was mad because you looking prettier than me. Which hold on.
So it be things like that. Because that sometimes it's like that. People will glorify other people. That's one thing that I did not like about my marriage is people glorified it too much. And then there's a pressure. There's this thing where it's like you have to be a certain way because you never know who's watching. And then there are people watching, which I found out after the fact, that were having watching and been plotting. Mm-hmm. So you never know. You don't. Like, I don't want to be glorified because people will glorify, like, she can see me and she can just glorify.
Sitting there mad at you, even though you ain't even with this man. Right. And the same thing with me, like somebody sitting somewhere pissed, thinking about what, still probably contemplating on what they could possibly do. Get mad every now and then, think about something they want to do to you.
Right, and it don't make no sense. You sitting here thinking that you seeing whatever you are allowed to see on social media, and you're glorifying this image, and you like, I hate this bitch so much, but you don't know what the fuck this bitch is going through behind closed doors. You don't know what it took for her to take that picture. You don't know how long it took her to save up to go on that vacation.
Right, but you think you know, but you don't know.
Right,
shit.
and so you hating on some shit you don't even really know about. To the point where you like, oh, like bitches that'll sit there and watch a woman for all of her pregnancy, find a way to become her friend, then steal her baby.
Right. Come on now. Be right there when you have your baby and move into a different state and take your baby and be gone, raising your baby, and then cut that baby out your stomach.
Yeah.
And moved along. And
there was one recently. I mean, these women were having their baby showers together.
Right. Faking baby pregnant, because you know they got the
fake bumps and shit.
They got the fake bump.
Had maternity shoots together and everything.
Play the game. Yeah, we can definitely play the game.
And so then go and steal her, cut her baby out.
Right, because we do at the same time, because I made sure that, you know, and then my husband, I'm gonna pretend that I went to the hospital without him and bringing this baby home.
Yeah, out of the blue.
Right. I was listening
with
to
no
a whole
paperwork
story like that. That girl befriended that lady because she knew what it was.
Wait, I said no paperwork. No, some of these bitches do be making paperwork and all of that shit. They really go out all out.
Right, watching you, taking your notes from your Instagram, your Facebook, clocking you and all kind of stuff.
And that's why you can't really give too much these days, like, because you never know. Like, eventually, I'm gonna have to scrub all my old shit off my page, off my Facebook.
Yeah, everything. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of my Instagram too, everything.
Yeah, everything. I'm gonna have to scrub a lot of shit because I and even though I'm private and I'm kind of really selective of who I allow to enter my spaces, I'm still like, nah.
But even then, it's crazy because I do believe that some of the people that's in my space will sit with a motherfucker that I don't want in my space and let them zoom right through my shit. I know this has happened. I believe it in my heart.
I think the foundation of any kind of fatal love, fatal attraction comes from envy. You envy something about this person that you just feel like without them, maybe you can be number one. In some weird ass way. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. I love myself so much, and maybe call it cocky. I don't give a fuck. But I don't think except for Beyonce, but I don't want to kill this bitch. I love her. I need her to stay on earth. I'll die when she dies.
You know, and even just with what people will probably say my flaws is because, you know, motherfuckers want to always prey on the big. And I still don't feel like that. I don't feel like that.
No, I don't feel like there's nobody where I'm just like, you're so amazing. You're so
I'm more of a complimenter. Like, I really want to compliment you. Like, you beautiful. And you're beautiful. Like, I don't want to be you, though.
When I was younger, you know, especially being a tomboy and having a tomboy mom, so I didn't really look super girly.
Right.
It was like looking at the girls that the boys would all flock to.
It's
like, dang, what about this?
Because we was tomboys. That is
right. But the older I got, and more into my femininity, I tapped into. Like, matter of fact, when you look at those bitches today, and you look at me, and then you look at all these niggas and who they're flocking to now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you as a little kid, you're gonna grow insecurities because that's how you learn to get over them and heal. So as an adult, I've always had a confidence where, like, shit, I've always been told I'm beautiful. I've never felt ugly. Even when I felt fat, I didn't feel unattractive.
Right.
I made that shit work for me. And so I feel like there's not nobody out there where they can walk by. I had a perfect body, hair long, natural, everything, titties, ass, everything is cool like that. Bitch dressed in all Louis Vuitton. all of that motherfucking shit. And bitch, I still be like, bitch, look, I put my shit on too, bitch. And it costs half of what you pay for.
I'm really just gonna compliment her, girl. You did that.
I will
I wish I
compliment.
was so happy I don't feel like that, because I could be one of those super low self-esteem people that seen people that, instead of thinking they was cute, just thought, oh, she thinks she better, or think some whole other weird shit. But no, I'm really like,
no,
girl, put that
you
on
have
yourself.
at it. Like,
Honestly,
okay, for instance, going to the Beyonce concert. Now, these motherfuckers, they dress for this.
Right.
Okay? But not once did I feel like I was at the bottom.
Right. Never.
Okay, even if I was, you couldn't tell me differently. And baby, people was recording me too. Shit, I'm looking for a TikTok video. So I'm just like, shit. With that, I'm like, even with the amazing outfits that I seen, like, man, I felt amazing too. Like, I'm never gonna sit there and be like, look at her. She thinks she all that. Like, that's not the type. When I'm out and I see a female, because especially females, I feel like I have to compliment them. Not like, not like it's like I have to, but I feel like it's a need to.
The man don't do it.
No, and I feel like it makes a difference in somebody's day.
It do. You gonna get a smile out of somebody. They be sitting there like, my hair. Every time somebody compliment me, I appreciate it. I don't feel like, I always get that or whatever.
No,
I appreciate it.
If anything, now I feel like I know the temperature. I can take a look at you and be like, okay, well, hey, boobs.
Right.
I can give that right on back.
Because I'm trying to take some tips from you. I ain't mad. I'm
mad.
I see how she did that. I'm gonna do mine like that next time or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's never a thing where I feel like I have to, even if you felt the way, like I have to obsess over it. Like, no, I'm just gonna follow this bitch. I'm gonna look at all her shit. I'm gonna look at her man. I'm gonna try to fuck her man. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna try to be a friend. Like, that's a lot of work, bitch.
But that's when the fatal attraction comes. There's people that do that, and I was thinking, like, if you are now for the fatal attraction people that don't know these people and don't have nothing to do with them, then that's different. But if you're like one of the most of the people, which most fatal attractions are ex, usually an ex of one of the people. Like, if you're one of them, that is like, you might have seen some warnings with them when you were together. To be like, damn, I didn't think they would go all out. But then they go all out, because some people really don't be thinking they go out. You watch the news and stuff like that, and some of these people be thinking, well, I just stopped to talk to him. Like, I was watching another crime show. I was listening, not watching, but listening. And the lady was like, the dude didn't want to be, he was paying for half of daycare and everything like that, but he didn't really want to do nothing like that. He didn't really want to claim the baby and stuff, because, they wasn't together. And so then he told her, we'll meet him up, and that meet up with him, and they was going to tell everybody he was going to finally just come out and tell his girlfriend, tell everybody, girl, he met up with her to unalive her and the baby.
Wait, hold up. Ray Caruth, the football player. He out now. The one that had the baby mama killed while she was pregnant, but the baby survived and was disabled.
It sounds familiar. The name sounds familiar, but
it was like back in the late 90s or early 2000s or something like that. Ray Caruth. Steve Harvey did a joke about it on Kings of Comedy.
Okay, maybe that's why the name sounds familiar from Steve
Harvey.
He
played for the Tennessee Titans, I think.
Okay, not the Dolphins, because I feel like I heard that name and
you would know. Watch, you could look it up.
Thank you. I can look it up. Thank you for saying that.
Because he was doing him. He an NFL star, all of this good stuff. She pregnant. She going along with her life. She not really giving a fuck about that. She like, her baby is her priority. Yep, she was driving, got her caught up, set up, had her killed. The nigga tried to hide in the trunk of his car.
Oh, I do remember. When I see his face, that made me remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And he out already.
Yep.
That's crazy. Sometimes you be thinking people do 20, 25 years and still have a little life left.
Still have life left. Ain't that a bitch?
That's
Son
crazy.
all grown and stuff. And even though he's still disabled, like, he's progressed a lot.
Right. So you got to be careful
what's
too.
killer is,
I bet he gave her hella warnings, and you don't think people will give you one. They bust your tires, they bust your windows, flatten your tires, do all kind of toxic shit, and you don't think nothing of it. You just think, ah ha ha. But that shit be leading to extra shit too.
They had a whole episode on it. And yeah, there were definitely things he was saying and doing, and how he didn't want the baby. And see, when the niggas say that,
gotta be more careful.
When a nigga say he don't want that baby, be very, very careful and cautious.
You don't know what he might do, because back in the day, now they don't do it as much as they used to do back in the day. Because they could get away with stuff back there, but they used to straight jump on hoes and
or send bitches to go jump on you
and do all kind of stuff. Nowadays, you know, people don't really get away with that. But back in the day, it used to be really got away with. I told you I want you to have this baby. Have my sisters come jump you, or have somebody jump you, push you down the street. Do all kinds of stuff to try to help you, make you lose that baby. Now they don't do it as much no more, but they definitely used to do that back then.
Right. Now they just killing motherfuckers.
Right. You got
That's just like the whole dang, I can't think of that baby name, where I was telling you about the 13-year-old, the uncle that murdered her.
The one that just got pregnant recently. The one that was just in the news recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I seen some clippings on it too.
Yeah, and she was pregnant. The moment now that you know she's pregnant,
who she's pregnant by, and it was her. Who was it? Her auntie's boyfriend or something?
Her auntie baby daddy, who was a registered sex offender, and she
was
still
covering
allows the kids around.
Right, because they said everybody was mad at her for covering and all of that.
They said she got something. I think she got arrested.
She needed to.
Yeah, and I think they said she had something to do with it or helped him.
And don't you cover for this nigga.
Right. How dare you? But see, that's that fatal attraction too, that you are willing to kill off.
Yeah, you willing to bring your niece into this. That's crazy. That's a whole nother. We already kind of talked about in the Ones You Trust and other episodes we talked about with the kids. But yeah, you willing to bring this over here?
Let me tell you, there was a site supervisor at my school in my high school, girl. Like, I never paid him no really mind, other than when you
was telling me, yes, run that again. We talked about this. We must talk about it in one of them episodes, but it's perfect for this.
Yes, I was none the wiser. I'm a teenager. I ain't thinking about no old ass nigga, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm into high school boys. Never paid attention to him. I became an adult. You found me on social media, and I mean, every day sending me messages talking about how he used to just watch me and how he adored me, all kind of shit. It was just like, what the fuck? Scary. Talking about having a family, like what? But I wasn't aware that you were watching me.
And you worked at a school.
Where some place where you would think you would have some kind of safe space.
And see, he'd be the type to have a wife, but that would take out his wife to be with a little kid and move along. Because that's how, you'll get down like that. That's how. That's kind of fatal attraction too, without you even knowing. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like you.
Thank God I didn't live in that city anymore, because who knows? You could have been following me. You could have been keeping tabs.
Right, and then you got access to school files and things. You could easily have my address, and luckily you had your daddy in your life, and he had probably seen him a couple times and knew he couldn't play no games with you. That's why he waited to say something to you when you got grown. Is that the same one that was going everywhere with the lady and paying for everything and taking her everywhere, and they was almost having a real relationship on campus? Or that's not him?
That's a whole different one.
Damn, so you had extra programs at your school?
Girl, let me tell you, I don't know if he ever watches this, but a person that I know, his dad, it was a big thing in Richmond where he got arrested. He got hella years because he was having sexual relationships with the girls at the high school, and it had backdated years from when I was in high school.
Damn. The amount of things you don't be knowing about some nasty motherfuckers. That's
girl, one thing I knew about Kennedy is it was plenty of them niggas.
Girl, you just talked about 2 different ones already.
Right. And that was the third.
I thought this one was the same one, and then that's why it made me ask, because I was like, I remember you said they was doing things, buying their lunch, they was leaving, and I'm like, is this the same one?
No,
like,
this was a whole different one. And the one I was just talking about that got the years in prison, that was a whole different one too.
And it is crazy because the definition that they say, everything that you loved about this person is now everything that's making you fatal. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because you ain't got it and you watching somebody else with it. And I see how that do. You know, because what was that movie, Alimony?
Mm-hmm. Acrimony.
Acrimony, yes. Even though she didn't, well, she did. I mean, and in that situation, it was different, but it was still the same.
Yeah.
Still fatal attraction, you know?
Yeah. It was enough to drive you to want to harm the other person.
Hey. Even though I was riding with her, but it still was what it was.
Here's my thing. I thank God every day for not giving me enough fucks to give. Oh my God. Thank you. Hallelujah. Because and I thank God that he made me a Pisces to make it easy to escape and not even give a fuck, to care.
That shit is so real.
Like,
I truly appreciate that.
It's so easy to just blank out on your ass. Like,
and I have to force myself sometimes, because, you know, sometimes it's as easy as it is to blank out. It's the same amount of easy for me to get stuck and stay on some shit too.
It's that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have to fight myself and finally get myself off of the shit to stay off, you know, but sometimes it's the same shit.
Yep. But thank God for that, because I have never felt about anyone
right
to where I feel like if I can't have you, nobody will. Like,
right,
I've never wanted
hurt
anybody,
somebody, but it didn't have nothing to do with a fatal attraction.
Yeah, but I've never wanted anybody that much. Right. This is why I say you can call me cocky. I don't give a fuck. I can get another nigga girl.
Right. But I feel like you, in your mind, you gotta be hurt, because if you're not, that's how you really be messed up and super duper hurt.
Yeah.
You know, because you put yourself in a place. So that's why, you know, our motto is put your fucking dress on. You know.
Right.
So you ain't gotta be that. But even then, don't save you from a motherfucker being fatal against you. Yeah. Now we may not be fatal, but you know, you give off that fatal love where they be attracted enough to be fatal.
And honestly, when it comes to dating, even though my dating life is non-existent,
right,
I feel like I can never, and I have not given 100% of me. I feel like I can't even give you really 30% of me, because if I give you full me, there's going to be a chance that if I take that away, you're going to want to take me away.
Right.
Because I know how great I can be as a woman, especially now that I'm at a mature age and I've healed and I'm not on bullshit.
Right.
And toxic shit. I feel like, if the energy I can give, the love I can pour into you, the sex I can have, like all of that stuff combined, like I feel like I'm too cool.
And it's different when you're young and it's fatal, because, you know, your brain ain't really working right. But when you're old and you having some fatal shit going on, that's what really got to look at you like, what the hell? You over here trying to mess up people's stuff, and you can't get your own. You over here that mad that you willing to spend your life in prison.
In prison, that part. Nobody thinks about the ending, like jail, my nigga.
But you know, when you get mad and you be exploding in your mind and you don't care, you just, you know, I never felt like that. I thank God. I don't ever want to feel like I don't care and I'm ready to risk it all, because people be ready to risk it all.
I'd rather stop fucking with you if I feel that fucking strongly. Right. For my own safety, I'd be like, you know
what is in their head that makes them, why can't they leave the people alone?
Because they want to explore the whole thing. I'm sorry, I don't need to explore.
It must be some super mental stuff to that too.
It has to be.
You guys need to be seeking help. If you out here listening for real and you feeling some kind of way and you know we talking about you, man, get you some help. Don't hurt nobody, because it ain't worth your life in prison, you know, to do something like that. Then you got to deal with that too, because people don't be dealing. They don't know. I don't know, but I'm sure unaliving somebody has its own consequences, you know, besides just jail. You know, just having to see them faces and see that in your head while you sleep and dream about it. I hear a lot of stuff from, you know, people in TV, you know, when you watch killers and stuff and they tell you about how, you know, how they feel every day since they did it.
Yeah. And a lot of people have the regrets. It's crazy because people don't think about that. I mean, you know, they're irrational in that moment anyways, but they're not thinking about when, especially the ones who plot, who actually premeditate this shit.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think about shit like the kids, because, you know, it's always kids left behind.
Right, they don't never care. And
most of the time it be that kids. It was one
too.
It was one episode I seen today where the dad was fucking with another bitch and wanted to, and the wife was like, I'm done with you, because he was whooping her ass anyway. Right. And she finally found a way out and got the help that she needed and confided and said something to people finally. So she was like, well, I'm out. You know, you could do you or whatever, but he didn't like terms, because then that means he was going to have to pay child support and shit like that.
That's a big one. That is a big one. That child support and that alimony, boy.
He killed.
They might have not had no problems up until the judge or somebody said something like that. And that you got to go.
Yeah, he killed her, and his kid was right there. Their kid.
Right.
This nigga, the little boy was like, he didn't want to say nothing. He was like, he only has one thing to say, and they recorded him because he was like, he doesn't want to see his face, and he was just like, why'd you kill my mom?
Damn.
And that was it. Then it was another
one
where,
know that he has to live with that for the rest of his life. Even if it didn't hurt him unaliving that boy's mom, it definitely hurted him with that question that boy asked.
Because that's his son.
You got to think about that.
He watched his dad murder his mom.
Right,
and now
but you know what? That'd be that blackout when you so mad, you done blacked out, and you just blacked out and unalived these people. You blacked out.
Hold up, it was another one where the dude killed his baby mama and his baby mama niece. And the niece's sister on her mama's side, because they both live with other relatives. They didn't live with their mama.
Okay.
And so the older sister lived with her auntie on her daddy's side. And so she had her little sister visiting. Her little sister was 12. She's 16. The baby daddy came and killed the auntie, then came and killed the niece, the 16-year-old. And was looking for the 12-year-old, but the 12-year-old was smart enough to go and hide until she saw he was gone. Then she ran and found her sister's phone, called the police, and was in the closet. The 911 call was like, God bless this baby, because she was just like, I'm in the closet. And she was like, I don't feel comfortable coming out until somebody gets here. And soon as they was like, oh, the cop is outside. He's out there right now. And she finally ran outside and through the door. She ran to that cop and hugged him so bad. Then he sat her down. She started screaming, no, he still might be out here. He might be coming to get me. He was looking for me. He was looking for me. Girl, so he killed the auntie while two of his babies was in the bed with her.
Damn, no shame. Don't even care.
Baby sitting there next to his dead mama crying.
That's crazy work. All in their blood and stuff. Because I be seeing stuff like that in First 48 when they had to get the kids be all bloody and stuff. Like, that's not okay, bro. Your mind, don't love me that much. That's like, goes back to that. Like, that's what we was talking about, being street love and putting a needle in my arm. Do not love me that much. Like, you can't love me that much to do certain things in front of the kids. When you could have just left me alone.
If I'm raggedy bitches, stupid hoes, all of these things,
treat me like that. Hoes, leave me alone.
Treat me like I'm a worthless bitch, please.
Don't take me out. Why are you taking me out? What is that part about?
Why? Just leave me alone. I won't bother you. But see what it is they don't want them to elevate
next relationship, and you feel like you got to take me out to get to your next relationship. Like, you really didn't have to, because it was that Lacey Peterson allegedly or whatever. You did that to that lady and that baby for your new little girlfriend, and then guess what? You sitting here in jail. You didn't even get that happily ever after that. You got to understand that what you think you're doing it for and the outcome you think you're going to get, you may not get.
Right. Some people do it because they think, okay, they think about, okay, I'm gonna go over here to this relationship. But then they think about it, this motherfucker can go to a new relationship too.
Right.
And they don't
And
want
then
them to
now you
have
got to
that
keep killing
happiness.
people. You got
Because
to
my
keep
shit
killing
might be
live
better than
people. Every
yours.
time you do some shit, you get a new bitch and she make you mad. So you gonna keep doing that?
Right.
Is that
Some
what you do every
do.
time? I mean,
Some
some do
do.
though. Yeah.
I've seen cases where motherfuckers went and did a little bit of time for killing a girlfriend or a boyfriend
Right.
before, then
And
come
get
out
out
and
and
get
get
in a
another one,
relationship
do
and
it
do it
again.
again.
And then it's like, how did you do that? Did this lady not know? And it's the stupid new person that you with. No, I didn't, but he didn't do that. He said he didn't do it. So you with him and he say he didn't do it. Now it's your turn and you gone. And who gonna say he didn't do it for you? Now, you know what I'm saying? He get another 15 or 20 years and he get out again and get another woman. And
If a
every time they piss
motherfucker,
him off, he taking them out. Like them ladies that be having 4, 5 husbands that died.
if a man ever confessed to me the reason he went to jail
Right.
was because of any kind of murder, I don't give a fuck. Manslaughter, accidental, I don't give a shit. My number's changed.
You capable of murdering, period.
My number has changed.
And
What do
you're
you
good
mean?
at it. You're good at it.
Yeah. If you can get off, you got good lawyers. I'm good.
And let's not talk about the people that ain't never went to jail that done got out that we don't even know. They ain't told you because that's how good they is. They wouldn't even tell you.
Right.
Because I know I
If
done been
they
with somebody
change
who
their
has.
name
I
and
know it.
shit, because people do that, they will change their identity.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, them ladies that be having 4 or 5 husbands because she done baked the sweet potato pie.
Girl. And they be getting them insurance things.
Insurance checks for sure and the Social Security.
Quit playing till she move on to get happy with the next man and do it to him too.
Right. Soon as that nigga make her mad, them bitches be good getting under the radar though. They be real.
Yeah, they be doing it real good. They do a real good job. I hate to say
because a lot of times women they play the long game. Niggas be like, bitch, you gotta die right now.
Right.
Bitches sit there and wait 3 years.
Hey, that's
to kill
hella
this
true
nigga.
though, for real, because most of it be like the old ladies and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah,
like
they'll sit there and wait 3
until later.
That she'll be killing this nigga for 3 years. Nobody
Slowly.
would know. They just think
Slowly.
he getting old and sick.
And then when it's your husband and y'all old together, and if you that kind of go unalive in the house, they ask you, do you want to do a autopsy? They sometimes they don't find no foul play. They don't even do that.
Nope.
And them ladies doing that.
Women will play the long game. They will take time to plan this shit. They want to at least try to get away with some shit for a little while. Niggas do not think that's why it's so many more men in prison than women.
Yeah.
Because
and I think they always mess up too, because a lot of men always try to get help.
Right.
You know, sometimes I think it's best when you do by yourself, because when you start getting all that help and somebody get caught and they start getting something, and then now that person get to tell them something, now next thing you know, you caught.
Right.
And the ladies, they be just like, yeah, I'm gonna make him a pie a year.
This nigga is allergic to walnuts. I am going to take him somewhere and be like, oh, I didn't know that. I'd be like, no walnuts, and then sneak one in his drink. Boom. That's how easy it be for women. They sit there. She didn't plant that shit for a long time. 15 years. She been plotting to kill this nigga.
Right, she gonna live good. She don't want to go to jail. She trying to keep jail out of the equation.
Right. She ain't trying to have this bloody murder scene. Who gonna clean all of that shit up? Ain't nobody got time for CSI and all of that. No.
Right. She don't want to ask for help, because when you ask for help, that's when you're getting too many people involved. I need somebody come get this body, come clean this body. No, I want to be able to call the police and have it look so normal that it ain't nothing to ask questions about.
He simply had a heart attack.
And then she's sitting there crying about all the pain he caused her while they think she crying over him.
Right.
She pulling it off.
That part.
She done for.
I'm recording.
But then you also got to watch out, because like sometimes now it be shit happening off these apps. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing a lot of little stories where black girls and people and white girls and people just meeting up with people for the first time and not coming back. Like, you got a motherfucker just right here waiting for you. He probably been watching you for a long time and told you the right shit to get you to meet up with him. And he know what he about to do.
Right.
Because that black girl,
did you
she went out
see
there on that
the
day. She met that
story?
man, and it didn't work out. He
Did you
unalived her,
see
that
there
black
was a
girl.
story about this woman who met up with this guy she had met 3 weeks prior. This just happened recently.
Yeah.
And her and the dude got unalived by his ex and her boyfriend.
Oh.
The ex set him up because he was a known drug dealer. He was getting money and all of that stuff. And so she hit her boyfriend onto it and set him up, went to his spot, and the dude killed him and the girl while she was there visiting him on one of their first dates.
Girl. Okay, and that part, see, fatal attraction coming from somebody else who's mad at you for trying to live your life. You can't even live your life because they so damn mad. That's to be more careful, y'all.
Got to be
careful. Watch the signs.
I don't. That's why I said people
y'all.
think that I'm paranoid, but I say I'm prepared. Like I'm not. I'm too old to be playing them games because there's a lot of when I watch Fatal Attraction, it be a lot of older people going through this shit.
Girl, it do. It really don't be a lot of young people. It do be older people because a lot of people be having time that they have already invested.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, of course, they pissed off about this time, and that be a thing for people.
Oh yeah.
You know, depending on how much time I spend with you, and now you don't want to be with me, or I don't want to be, or we can't be. What? Hold on, bitch. I done been with you 7 years. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit play a big part in it too. That's why you right. They do be more older than they do be younger. The younger
I ain't gonna
people move
lie
on
to
a little bit
you.
different.
Saying 7 years just made me itch a little bit. Like, ooh, long-term relationship. Ugh.
Right. But that's the reason why some of them breakups be horrible. You know what I'm saying? We done set up here and made all these plans. Like you so crazy in your head that you can't even, you know what I'm saying, get out your head because all you can think about is all these plans we made, and now you mad that they not about to come to fruition.
Right. Or you get mad at me because you getting what you want. You want me to leave. You want to tell me you don't want to be with me, and I'm like, right. And I ain't giving you the
reaction I finally
you
move
want.
on and start getting dressed and getting cute and doing me and not think about you, you know, because once you stop crying in their face, then you cool, you good.
You know what? People need to notice signs. Like first signs of something bizarre, run out, because a lot of times when I watch these type of shows, these investigative type of shows, there have been multiple times where it was like, hey, yo, this ain't right.
Right.
This ain't just a regular red flag.
Like,
this is a sign.
Feeling. And sometimes it'd be crazy because like you have a breakup and then maybe that person will think, because you get to thinking she ain't gonna be shit without me, or ain't gonna be nothing. And then he might have thought that the grass was green or he was gonna go somewhere else, and or she or whatever, and she finds out that, hey, I haven't even moved on yet. This girl was crying and crying, and now she's already moved on and about to have a wedding. They're pissed.
Wait, people need to also pay attention to dealing with people who may seem obsessive with their exes and shit like that. Because a motherfucker
you gotta be careful on that. If that's all you see talking about to me, to your new boo, come on now.
If they constantly talking about this, or especially if they compare you, get the fuck away.
I couldn't do that because I ain't never been the one to let nobody sit there and talk to me about their ex, and especially definitely not no comparison.
No comparison. But be careful with that type of shit. Even if they be like, you're the better comparison, because they're gonna put a thing on you to a level on you to where if you don't reach that the first time, they're not letting you slip like the last person. They're gonna take you out. You can get killed for the last person.
Say that. And that could be that too. You could just met this person, be going on 3 months. And you do one little thing that reminds them of that last person. They say, you know what? I'm not about to spend another 10 years. I'm not about to do this shit. I'll take this bitch out now before I let her hurt me.
Right. I ain't doing this again.
Right. That'd be the key word for some of them, I'm sure.
Right.
Or people who had got hurt before and, they cried it off and they didn't do nothing about it. Like some of those people, when they didn't do nothing about it the first or second time, and then maybe the third or fourth time they finally be fed up, it might not even be your fault. You might hurt them, but they might be hurting you for all the people that hurt them.
Yeah, I usually don't use the word loosely, but the weirdos that sit there and they because of whatever happened to them in the past, they go and seek certain people. Like it might have been a girl that hurt him who had red hair, so now you going to find all the women with
Right,
red hair.
true.
And
there's
now you
people that
going
will
to
seek out somebody that look just like you, your twin.
Yeah, and now you murdering and killing them all.
Yep.
Once you get them, just because you got hurt by this girl.
Right. They'll hurt about 4 of them and then finally come look for the original, the actual person.
Yep.
After he finally get pumped up, he gonna finally eventually come looking for you.
Right.
But he done took a few of y'all, few of your triplets and twins around the world out first. But now he get amped up and he don't feel vindicated because he just getting people that look like you. Now he wants your ass.
Exactly.
And here he come. And he willing to risk it all. He willing to go to jail
everything.
He not even tripping.
Because he been waiting for 25 years.
That's how important that is for him to take you out. And your family, and your new family, anybody that's happy for you, anything that, you know what I'm saying? Or, them ones that they don't take you out, they'll get the person you love. Let me go get this person. Oh, she happy, she in love. Oh, he happy, she in love. I'll take her out. I'll take him out. I'll leave her alive to hurt.
Yeah. They do that to definitely specific groups. Like, for instance, prostitutes. They will do those. They will go. Yeah. It's people who will go and specifically target prostitutes. There are people who specifically target like trans men and women, like because of whatever obsession they have with whatever they are. True. You got this obsession, and it could be a problem
they got with themselves because they in the dark, they fighting. So now they want to come out and take their anger out on you because you out in the open. That's another fatal attraction too for the LGBTQ community, I'm sure. Right. Mad because they can't be out and living their life happy like you living. So I will come and take you out because you're happy the way I want to be, but I'm not proud enough to live like you.
Right.
And so
I
have a
you got mommy or daddy issues, so you want to take it out on men and women and shit.
Right, true. Old ladies,
you
know what I'm saying, stuff like that. All kind of crazy stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You've been watching her, and you didn't like the way your mama raised you and how mean she was, and now you out here taking it out on old ladies.
Yeah, and raping them and shit.
Yeah, doing the most.
Yes, like. I never I feel like I never want to be on that level in nobody's eyes. Like, I'm cool. I don't feel like, that's why I said I can never give more than like 30-40%.
Like, see, I understand a little bit of the regular fatal attraction, but the part that I don't understand is the part that I didn't know this person. That's the part. It's like, wow, what happened? Did you never get enough balls to approach me? Or did you approach me and I denied you? Because, that's another thing.
Rejection.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, how did it go? Like, what possessed you to take me out? You've been watching me for years and you've been being nice to me, buying me stuff, buying me lunch. And, some of those people, like you said, weird or nerds or something like that, which ain't really even a thing no more, but it used to be. But like that, where I'm doing all this and you don't even really see me. And then here you come telling me how you dating Ken.
Right.
Now he's mad. Oh, you dating Ken, bitch, and I just spent $1,000 and helped you do this and this and that. And now you dating Ken, bitch.
Right. Man, we may laugh. We may laugh and joke when we be talking about the stalker and all of that. Right. But at the same time, I be like, y'all, you need to know information, bitch. Because you don't know. And if you're giving those vibes and you've been playing this game for X amount of time.
That's why we used to be like we was, especially when you with new people and you don't know them. You be like, look, I'm sorry, but my homegirl needs your license plate and your ID.
Man, and my location, I'm putting people in the location, let them know where I'm at.
Now we got good locations, but we didn't have it before. So I used to be like, I need your license plate. I'm gonna take a picture of you with my friend. Like, I'm gonna have something to tell the police.
Right. I need all that.
And that should still be the thing, ladies. Y'all should still be doing that. And our rule was we go together, we come home together, we don't leave with nobody.
You need to have at least one motherfucker that you can tell your sneaky shit to, because you need to be able to have somebody who can tell you what the fuck is going on if something happens.
Right. If she come up missing, you gotta be like, well, I know she was over here. She did say she was going to the movies, and then I ain't heard from her since then. Oh, that
And
was
lady,
with
stop being
such and
sneaky.
such. Like, yeah, it was
Right.
with such, but she did tell me who she was going with. I think it was with yeah, it was him. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Have you some friends? You be careful because you don't know when
This
you
is
come to these
picture,
strangers.
because one thing we gonna do is share a picture.
Right.
This nigga's profile.
Right. If nothing else, and that's enough these days now. You just all you need is a little profile. You could try to hide it, but they got good enough hookup to go ahead and get you back on out. Yeah, he deleted this the other day, but we know who it is.
Right. We gonna let you know I made it there, and I'm gonna let you know when I make it home. If I don't tell you I make it home, bitch, you need to start calling.
Right. Make sure check with me or call the law.
You know, because it is crazy out here, and you don't know. Like,
well, it's even crazier. Yeah, way more crazy than it used to be.
People are baiting you through fake profiles and shit like that, following you. You don't know who following you for real, who.
Yep. Troll pages and all kind of stuff. You do not know.
Right. And again, that's not just lovers. That could just be weird motherfuckers in the background that just have this obsession, whether it's good or bad.
Right. Yeah, even Facebook is weird because if you don't accept them as friends, Facebook still will let them follow you.
Yes.
So, like, excuse me, Facebook?
Like, how dare you?
Like, you're weird.
Yeah. They all weird. The way they let some certain shit go through and others don't. Like,
right.
It's like, no. That's why I like to turn a lot of shit off. Like, no, I'm good, and I don't put my location in and shit. Like, no, Facebook,
right. I will.
I'm
gonna post after when I post a location. Believe me, I'm not there no more.
Right.
Most of the time, I'm posting that location after I'm gone.
That part.
Because I don't got time for you to think you want to pop up over here.
No, not at all. Don't
and
you dare.
Because you don't know, like you could be thinking you talking about 2-3 random people in your mind, but what about the people that ain't even in your mind that be the ones that be trying to pop up because you over here sharing location? Here they come. You don't even know they pretending like they just pop through here.
That part.
I ain't got time for you to be pretending you pop through here.
Right. Everywhere I go, you seem to be there. And I don't even know half of the time that you're there.
Right, I love to do all my tagging when I get home.
Right. And
I don't be doing that shit. And then I could do it tag later.
Yeah, no, I don't tag none of that shit. Like, fuck all of that. I don't even
you was
need
here
you to track
yesterday. That was
footprint.
like 3 days ago, girl. I was there like last weekend.
Right. You late. Yeah, no, I don't need, and especially with having kids, hell no.
Right, I don't want you to know shit. You don't need to know shit.
Nothing.
So I did that poll on the live, and it was good to hear that people really hadn't been in a lot of fatal relationships. You know, there was I think it was 40-40. Let me see. I think it was tied up. No, it was 52% actually said no. It's more than I even thought. I was expecting to hear some stories. I thought people was gonna type in the chat and tell me all kind of stuff. But 52% said no, 30% said yes, and 16% said they know someone who has. And I'm like,
wait, hold up, because we do. It's crazy because I just recently spoke to somebody involved not too long ago. My little brother's cousin. Because I talk to her from time to time. But yeah, we know somebody because my little brother daddy is in prison for life now over fatal attraction. Now, there have been many of women where he could have, including your mom, been there with fatal attraction.
Girl, yes. Oh shit.
Let's keep that real. But this story was a twist and turn because out of all those women, there was still other women that were high on the list. Higher, right. Because this woman was my little brother's cousin's mom, who her dad is his brother. So his brother's baby mom, he was obsessed with since he met her, since the brother brought her around.
Right, that's crazy.
Had kids and shit with her and everything like that. And he had been obsessed with her. You know, he went back to his hometown and they're all there, all this shit. She lives somewhere else in a whole different state. This man went all the way to the state she was in, broke into her house and murdered her. And yeah, he got convicted of it. I mean, he's always been in jail, but now he ain't never getting out.
Right, never.
But to think, because I mean, he had showed all the signs. Again, your mom could have easily been a victim.
Girl,
thank God.
Easily. Because he definitely was, girl. Was still
I hate to say it, but my mama wasn't important enough. She was safe.
I fucking done.
Lord forgive me.
Oh, hell no.
And he had another woman, Nisi, who he literally drugged. Okay. The things he has done to women.
Absolutely crazy to not even know. But it makes sense,
at
though.
the same time, you can kind of see that type of shit happening eventually.
Right. It started to make sense, even though as a young girl, I didn't see anything, but definitely as we aged and start to see, little shit start getting weird. Like, what the fuck? What's going on with you, bro? But
right.
Okay. Because I'm like, shit, I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, he was the go-to nigga. Hey, don't get a couple $2 from him. But
got to be there you go. He had an obsession too.
Yeah.
And you thought you were benefiting out of love, and it wasn't that.
Never.
Because we could have easily been victims.
Girl, I appreciate him for not fucking with us, but he seemed like he wanted to. But some people only do the groom, and they actually wait till you get grown.
But I'm saying we could have just been murdered just for being around him.
Girl, right? I bet if we would even tried to like kind of just go back and forth with what he did,
because you would have tried.
Because if we'd have like kind of fell for what he said, we'd have went along. Who knows? That could have been the ultimate for him.
See, my thing is, I know I would have rejected him, and that could have been my life. This lady rejected him.
Right. As we did real quick. Block. There you go, bro. You want the block, you gonna get the block. You gonna get the bliggity.
Right. But what if he would have decided, hey, I'm gonna go to California because how dare these bitches disrespect me?
Right. Maybe that's why he took that out on them. You never know.
Oh no, he was in love with her.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the case was bad. Oh. It was weird. That's what I'm saying. It's weird because like I said, there's women. I know 2 women, including your mom, where I could have not seen like that, but like I could believe him doing something like that, right? Because he was obsessed with these 2 women, like super obsessed. But here we are, a whole third person we never even knew about. That's somebody extra that you obsessing over. And unfortunately, she just happened to be
right, because I feel like he was trying to do anything to stay around.
Yeah.
Anything to stay around, because not like that, but I don't think he necessarily really wanted to be doing that. I think that was just so he could stay close. By doing that shit with your mom too, you was staying close. You was in vicinity.
Yeah, no, absolutely, nigga. That's why I said my mama was safe, even with a baby, bro. Right. It was never about her.
You got to be more careful. People do that. I think, ooh. So I think I had a fatal attraction, like not with me, but my mama again. Cause, not gonna lie, my dad, that shit really seemed on the fatal level. Instead of, because it really wasn't just wanting to be my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because afterwards, bro, I haven't got any phone calls. She's still getting them.
Wait, now?
Girl, I ain't never.
Wait, girl, what?
Yep.
Girl, what?
Yep. Yep, we'll talk about it later, but yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something to that. You just made me think about it, and I just had to go. I had been saying like this don't have nothing to do with you.
Yeah, they will use somebody
At the end of the day, it never had nothing to do with me. Never had nothing to do with me because
hell no.
Because you're supposed to be like, you fucking bitch, you didn't, and you didn't.
No.
You still over here checking, saying, hey, ain't even said nothing about it, ain't even mentioned it, girl.
Right, because
like you said,
it was never about you.
That's
he
weird.
Didn't give a fuck that he knew you wasn't his. Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Come on now. And I told her. She said, you right. She had to tell me recently, you right. I said, it never had nothing to do with me, Mom. Nothing.
That was his way to keep connected to you.
That's it.
Because motherfuckers is obsessed. Bro. Even after you're 40-something. So 40-something years, this is before 40-something.
Let me tell you, I ain't trying to be funny, but he ain't touched that thing. I don't even know if he ain't touched that thing in 40 years.
Right, but here's my thing. You had it. And for 40 years, you obsessed over what you had, and you do anything. You hurt her and hit her in front of your kid, in front of her kid, all because you want to have that control because you know what you can't have. And it's fucked up.
And look, could be being cool and then catch up and do something. I'll make sure that she never ever, but yeah.
Yeah. Motherfuckers will sit and wait and be in the cuts and find a moment.
And that's the biggest thing of Fatal Attraction. They're gonna find that moment.
They're gonna find that moment.
And let's talk about how many moments did they fail? Because some of them been tried a couple times before they got succeeded with the actual unaliving and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we know all Fatal Attractions don't end in unaliving, but we're mainly talking about those.
Because those are the ones that
the big ones, man. Because if y'all both live through, hey, at least he in jail or whatever, or she in jail, and you got away, you got stabbed, but you didn't go away. I'm happy for you.
But the thing is, it's so fucking common.
Right.
And I wish it was a very seldom story that happens, but it's not. I can't even say love because you're past the point of love when you feel like you can hurt someone.
Yeah, you're more than infatuated. It's fatal. Yeah. It's exactly what it is. It's a fatal attraction. They got it. They defined it. They knew that's perfect. It's not love no more. You're gone.
Right.
You on some other shit. And this is the crazy part. You might want me to be with you even if I'm unhappy. You would prefer that I sit here and be unhappy.
Right. And even if you and you still do everything that you get to do, but I gotta be miserable because that's best for you.
That's what you would like. Because you don't want to see me because you can't see me with nobody else. And it's crazy because ladies, ladies, I think ladies feel like that more than men. They just don't act on it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like men act differently. Ladies will just go ahead and be like, you know what, I can't. I'm not going because we ain't ready to risk it all. No. We're gonna think about that jail time.
See, niggas ain't afraid to go to jail and suck dick. I'm gonna have a harder time going to jail to eat pussy.
I already get my pussy ate because I'm not gonna I'm definitely gonna have to let them eat my pussy.
Niggas wait 72 hours and be like, well, when in Rome, but
they gonna kill you. They gonna be on you for this. Oh man, it's gonna be killed. I can't wait. Definitely about to premiere this shit.
I ain't lying. But
girl, because that damn short you put up had everybody in a frenzy.
What?
The one about you don't know yet because is a percentage of every alderman being yagged or something like that.
Oh yeah, they all got a gay gene.
Yeah, the gay gene, yes. I'm gonna have to put some copyrights on your shorts. Let me put a little. This is for educational purposes only.
Right. Disclaimer.
Yeah, we need the disclaimer. I need to start putting it everywhere.
No, seriously though.
We need it. We are disclaimer people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I've been found the little copyrights and putting them up because they say that helps when you be saying stuff. Okay, because y'all, we just for educational purposes, y'all. We're just trying to give you a little game, say a little something, and move on.
That's it. But every dude do have a gay gene. But that's neither here nor there. That's
right. That's another episode, but we're gonna get to that when we do Down Low.
We didn't do Down Low yet?
No, no, the 2. Remember you said we had to do part 2 because of the boy with the issue and the
did you watch the rest of them?
Yeah, no, I got to go back to it before we do the episode for sure.
See, that's fatal too.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Okay, because this was a whole.
I did say LGBTQ earlier, but that's right on the money, and it's up right now. It's talked about right now, so it's current.
Yes, because people are dying all the time because you don't want to get caught up in the shit you doing.
Right.
I was always told, ironically, by my grandmother, if you're gonna be ashamed, don't do it.
Facts.
Okay, and if you're gonna sit here and go have pretty much a fucking orgy with a trans woman and a bunch of gay dudes, don't get paranoid after you bust that nut and realize what the fuck you was doing to be like.
Right. If I thought too many people was in the room, you can't unalive everybody that was in the room, sir.
And on top of that, that wasn't your first time doing that, because why would you just be okay with meeting somebody at the gas station?
Girl, that must have really liked it though. Something had to give in. Something made him tick, girl. That must have been a good one though.
It was a pretty trans.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Must have been a good one. Something he was in love and he didn't want to be, because that's another thing too when it comes to them and being able to try to take people out because you done made them love them and they telling themselves they not even that.
Right. They not secure with their sexuality. And right. So now I gotta kill you because I don't want people to know.
Right. You just made me you just made me feel some kind of way. Like ain't nobody never made me feel like that. Like you the one. Like even though I did this 10 times before, something about you though.
Right.
But what you say though, you said in Dick for a Day, Dick for a Week, that it's the best of both worlds, a big ass play to it.
Right.
So he had real fun.
Right. Nobody dick fit in my booty hole like yours.
I'm done. Yeah, well, we always do it.
Yes, got to.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, but here's the ironic part about shit like the down low men that kill the gay men and trans women because they don't want to be outed. Then you go to court and you get outed in front of the world. Then you got to go to jail and still suck dick.
Oh, that was deep. What? That was it right there. We got to do that episode next. We can run that one on StreamYard Thursday, Friday.
This weekend?